Hi for take 2 of this. We just did a recording and none of it was recording. Anyway, now we have got the record button on. I see the red thing. Don't worry, it was only 4 minutes. I didn't waste too much of my time. All right, okay. We're playing a new game on the podcast. It's still going to be the same old podcast that you know, with the same people that you love, but we're just going to theme it up a little bit, give it some change. And this is going to be called this is going to be part of the 2026 Bin or Win series, and we're just testing it out with this particular one. And honestly, okay, I've told you we played the first thing that wasn't recorded. Do you want to explain how this works from what you're understanding, just so I make sure that I know what I've created here?
Right, so we've basically got a game from every month going from December of 2024 all the way to November of 2025.
Yeah.
And we are trying to decide which of these 12 games are either good, so in a win, or bad, which is bin.
Yeah. So it's a bin or win. So you select games, decide whether the bin or win pile. All right, starting off with the first game. We already know the results for this one because we've just talked about them, but we're talking about it again. This is Indiana Jones: The Great Circle. Okay, what did you pick up on this?
Well, so mostly it's just that, like, why am I having a freeze?
Why are you having a freeze in the middle of a body? You spoke really well first time round. You were like, yeah, the voice acting's amazing.
It's like, now it's like I gotta fucking remember what it said.
You said the voice acting, and I agreed.
Yeah, the voice acting
was amazing. Yeah, no. To be fair, it actually was amazing. When I was listening to the game and the audio of it, I was like, okay, they've really put some work into this because they got the voice actor that can actually do the voice. Because when I first played it, I was like, oh, have they just ripped this off the movie? It's like, no, they haven't. They've actually they found the guy that does the Indiana Jones voice, and they put him on the thing, and it actually sounds like him, and it's great. I love it.
Right. Yeah. I'm trying to remember his name. I know he's a well-known one because he's the guy that voiced Joel in The Last of Us as well.
Wait, what? He's the Joel guy?
Yeah, he's Joel. He's in Death Stranding. He's in a lot of video games.
Oh, so so this guy's a voice actor.
Yeah. I just can't think of his name right now.
Oh, how do I not know this? To be fair, the fact that he's in, did you say The Last of Us, and he's in, what other thing did you say he was in? The Death Stranding.
He's in the Death Stranding game.
The fact that I haven't clicked Death Stranding, Indiana Jones, and The Last of Us all being connected by a voice actor. You said Joel in The Last of Us, did you say?
Yep.
Yeah. The fact that I haven't made that connection just proves how good of a voice actor he is. Yeah, I think he's pretty. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I like the fact that I also say that, you know, this game belongs in a slot because it kind of themes around the thing of like Nathan Drake and Lara Croft, and you know, and Indiana Jones is an adventurer. Like, those people, you need to be on the move, you need to be going places, you need to be action, it needs to be quite fast paced and all that kind of stuff. Go. That for me is where that game kind of lies. What are your thoughts?
Right, yeah, I fully agree. I think it definitely is really good as an action game. From what little I've seen of trailers, because I should state that I haven't gotten around to playing this yet. It is on my list to play, but I do like seeing I don't know if it's being chapter based or what, but I like that you have multiple different maps and stuff, and it just looks like you got a lot of time to explore a world.
All right, okay. Right, game 2. So, sorry, we're confirming this is going in the win pile? Yes? Yep. Okay. Indiana Jones, The Great Circle, going in the win pile. Right. Okay. Now moving on to the next game, we're looking at Sniper Elite Resistance. Have you played Sniper Elite?
I have played from the third game on. I haven't gotten to this one, but if I understand them, I love these games. I've loved these ones. I've loved the zombie spin-off version, the Dead Army ones. I've loved everything with these games, but I will also kind of be kind of a voice to myself of, I don't know if it's a reason or what, but I will say eventually you do kind of start to see this game does almost play a lot similar to the last, like the fifth one.
Yeah, I mean,
I still
my point on this game is that you play it for one reason, and one reason, like the main reason, is the X-ray sniper shots. That's the theme. That's why you play that game.
Well, and since the fifth one, if they're keeping that mechanic that they have from that and bringing it over into this one, now it's like all of your weapons have a bullet cam ability. It's just random on whether the pistol or the rifle or the machine gun will do it as well.
Did I play Sniper Elite this year? Was that the Sniper Elite I played? I can't remember.
I don't know, because they did a story that dealt with the main guy that's been in all 5 of the games, and then Resistance here is supposed to be like a unique tale with a different main character. It's supposed to take place during the events around the same time as the 5th game. It's just a different guy entirely. I think his name is like Mason or something like that. I can't remember.
I don't know if I've actually played Sniper Elite. Or at least like the most updated one, so I can't really comment on that. But Sniper Elite,
I was gonna say, I know I have not touched Resistance, but I have played.
Yeah, I don't think I've touched Resistance. I thought I touched Resistance, but I haven't touched Resistance. I touched the previous one before it.
Right? Yeah, same.
And the fact that okay. So here's my thing for this then. If I'm thinking Sniper Elite 4 or if I'm thinking Sniper Elite 4 or 5 and I thought that was Sniper Elite Resistance, are they too similar to each other?
I could see it, yes, because well, the funny thing was when I saw this game in my library of games to buy, I was a little like, okay, we're getting another Sniper Elite. I'm completely fine with that. But when I saw Resistance, my brain went towards like those games where you have to liberate outposts and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, is it kind of more like that where you're building up, an army and you're taking over parts of the war and all that? And from what little I've seen of gameplay, it's kind of just very similar to 5. You don't really do that stuff at all. It's just more of
here's my thing. If you're a Sniper Elite type of player, the Sniper Elite is its own thing. It doesn't stray too much outside of its own thing. And I think if you're a fan, you're a fan, and if you're not really into it that much, then face it, the game's not going to change to try and apply you to it. It keeps on creating for its fan base. That's what I believe it does. Like if it's going to call itself Sniper Elite, there are functions that it has to add inside it. It's not going to change the way it plays just to please an audience. I think that's a good thing, but also I think that's also kind of a bit of a struggle for us to say if it goes in a bin or win pile. So I'm going to leave that down to you to decide, so I don't have the fan base hating on me.
For me, it would kind of be I think myself, even though, I kind of see it as the same thing and all that, I would still see it as a win in my book because I've just always liked these games. There's something that does get me to come back and play the next one, even if it is almost completely similar. And I won't lie, the new mode that they've had from the 5th game that they brought into this one was pretty cool as well, where you're actually allowed to play as you can be one of the invading enemy forces, and actually while somebody's playing a campaign, you can invade into their game and try to take them out. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah,
So it's like a whole different way of playing the game as well. It's not you versus all the army, it's you trying to figure out the one guy that's taking out the entire army and trying to take him out.
Yeah, no, I think I agree. I think it definitely deserves the win pile. I think because, like, for my opinion, I'd say I've played a little bit of Sniper Elite. It feels very solid and that it knows what it wants to be. I haven't really gone into Resistance, but I presume from what you're saying that it kind of also follows that same pattern. And if it does follow that same pattern, I always think that's a good thing because it drives home that content where it's like, yeah, we're gonna stick to what the fans want. We're gonna be loyal to the fans, and I think that's a good thing. So yeah, again, it's for the fans. It's just more content for them to play. So it goes in the win pile. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Next game is a personal favorite of mine. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Yep. Now, this is another one I have not gotten around to playing the second one, but I have been spending a lot of time on the first game, especially because I'm trying to beat that game on its hardest difficulty, and God, that is a chore. It makes you look at that game in a whole new light when you basically can take 2 strikes and die.
But I love it though. It's so good. It's so raw.
I think that's why what I do like about this game is it's one of those where I don't want to really point like difficulty as being a factor of this game because there's so much more to it than that.
No,
but I do like that when you're playing it a little bit more, it does make you think. It's not like you can just run into a band of people and swing a sword around and hope that you make it out in the end. If you run into a group of people, they are all going to kill you.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I'm there, and you're like any other game where it's like quite easy to take down bad guys. Like you rush on in, you try, kill, because like you're the superhero. Henry is not the superhero.
Right.
He in Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, he's a little bit more, stronger. He's done his stuff in Kingdom Come 1, where eventually you become this kind of like armored kind of knight thing. I mean, yeah, if you're not an armored knight at the end of it, like you haven't been playing the game properly. You get to fist fight, train up, and then at the beginning of number 2, you're riding in like you're going after this thing and.
Right.
So Henry's got some experience, and it shows that immediately. But at the same time, it's still that same factor. Is like you said, when you go into a location where there are loads of bad guys, you don't rush on in. You have to think, oh, how am I going to do this? What because if you don't concentrate or you don't play it right, they will slash you with 2 strikes you down kind of situation.
And isn't it kind of like I know they said they updated something in the second game to make combat a little bit more fluent than the first one. Like they added an extra way of striking or stuff like that. But is it still very much kind of like, I don't know the proper term. I call it like stance based, where you have to like target which way you're gonna swing in and then.
Oh no, it still does that, but it just does it better. So it's like everything in the first game it does, but it does it better in the second game.
Right.
So it just gives you more options,
I
more
like
improvement.
Yeah, I like that it has that, because that's that part where it really made me like, okay, how do I need to stance myself to take out this guy and not get countered and then put in
my only thing
where I'm getting stabbed.
The only thing I'll say about Kingdom Come Deliverance for me is like it's one of those games that if I'm in a motion of playing it, I have to play it from start to finish, and like I can't take a break and play a different game in between because I'll forget the controls and I'll forget how the fighting all works. It'll take me a while to get back into it. So it'll be like you could be like the most pro kind of like sword person at some point in the game, and you're like and you know, smash your way on through all the combat, and then you leave the game, play a different game for a while, then come back to it when you feel like it, and then you're like back in the battle and you're like, no wait, this is not working, I forgot the controls. And then you die immediately, and it's like, yeah, it's because I just haven't played the game for a while. It takes, it proves that like that there is skill inside the game, and I think that's also a great thing.
Is it also one of those where like, is it kind of like how people look at? Now I'm not comparing it to this at all, but is it kind of like how people look at like the Elder Scrolls series, where you can get lost in that world doing complete side tasks and almost never complete the game? Or does it actually kind of have more of that side where you're driven to do more of the story? That's one that I wonder a lot.
I'd say that it focuses a lot on the story. There's a whole presence on like focus on the story. And if you did go down that route, yeah, there would be nothing wrong, because like you could just play the story throughout. That'd be just fine. Nothing wrong with that at all.
Right.
However, there are side quests in it, and I did get myself distracted.
Right. Okay.
You don't have to do that, but I'm a completionist, and I see a side quest, and my brain goes complete. So that's my brain. So I think it pleases both sides.
Right. Yeah. Okay. So that's kind of where I was wondering, because the thing I like seeing about playing the first a lot, and I know I'm going to like when I get around to playing the second one, is just that ability of, well, I mean the second one's added so much more, like the blacksmithing and stuff like that. That stuff just looks fun. I've seen people have whole gameplays where it's just like, I'm gonna be a blacksmith for like 4 hours straight. Like,
they don't go deep. I would say that I don't think they go deep into the side quests to the point of where is like in Skyrim, as you say, you know, they've got side quests, and then they've got sideline quests where it's all about the Brotherhood or the Mages Guild storyline, or the Brotherhood story. There's not really a lot of storylines inside the side quests to that degree, but there is some stuff there, and you know, just like and personally, I the fact that you get to play it your own way, like, you know, you choose the swords, you choose the weapons, you choose who you talk to, you choose the direction of where you want the game to take you. Do you want to just ride off immediately into the sunset and do your own thing, or do you want to stay around the town and try and talk to everybody? It's up to you, kind of situation. So I think there's options inside of it. Do you remember, like, did you play Skyrim when you were young?
Mm-hmm.
Did you play Oblivion?
I've been playing through its remaster. I never played the original.
Do you remember the first time you play an RPG, and it's and you learn that they put that, you know, like, I don't know your experience, but I remember like playing a lot of Call of Duty, Halo, and all that kind of stuff. And then someone said you can own a house and go to a shop inside a video game, and I was like, wait, what?
Right.
That was a weird one for me. That when I experienced that, I was thinking, oh, okay.
It's funny because like when I did find that out in well, I think it was Skyrim when I first found that out.
It feels a little bit
DLC
weird.
I had to buy.
Yeah. Oh, Skyrim must have been fun because they had Heartfire.
Right, I have not played through all of them.
Heartfire is where you can build your own house.
Yeah, okay, so that was the one I got. Other than that, and I'm talking like on my PS3 version. Like, I've gotten the ones to play through the entire game now on 4 and 5. But yeah, my PS3 version, the only DLC I have is the one to build houses.
I like the fact that like your girlfriend just come around or something and say like, so what you playing? I'm playing Skyrim. Is that the game where you fight dragons? Nope, it's where you build houses.
Right? Yeah. Build houses and adopt a kid. That's all that
there are
DLC
dragons
really
out.
did.
There are dragons out there. I avoid the hell out of them.
Right.
Kingdom Come Deliverance goes in the win path for me, easy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's definitely.
Okay. Let's move over to the first iffy game that like those first three. But yeah, okay. Indiana Jones, Sniper Elite, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, very in the easy pile. In the in the good keep good green bit win pile. Next game, Assassin's Creed Shadow. Where do we place that one?
I've been kind of playing through this.
You played that off this month, so you know more about this than I do because I've only played so much of it. I would say one thing that I like about my experience, the bit that I played at it, they brought back Eagle Vision. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Like,
yeah, that's actually very useful in this game. It's actually used to find a lot of like lootables and stuff, because I will say one of the weird things that I'm not a big fan of with this game is they're very well, I mean, they've been kind of on this trend for a while now of trying to make it kind of like a looter game in a weird way, where you are getting tiers of gear and stuff like that. But this game kind of does it a little weird where you can wind up with legendary gear way too fast, and then you've got no point in ever getting a different sit, because your legendary gear is going to far outseed it, and you can constantly level them up to whatever level you are.
I mean, I remember things like, and I'll be clear, like, I don't know, because I haven't played the game as much as you, but like, have you played Assassin's Creed 2? I remember playing that game, and then every so many quests you would be able to unlock the next purchasable armor inside the game, and you would have to make great money, generate money, and use that money to buy the next set of armor in the game.
Right.
And only at the end would you be able to be fully maxed out, so you'd be ready for the final battle. But like, if you did go down that route, it makes it easier. But like, it only unlocks after every so often. But I don't know if it functions like that. But carry on.
So the way that you're saying it there is how like I wouldn't have an issue with that way. Yeah, the issue with the way that I have that they are doing it is I'm talking like you are going into these temples where it's going to task you with killing like 4 leader style enemies. Once you kill them, you climb to the top and you'll open a chest, and in the chest will be legendary armor. And so it's like you can go from having legendary armor within the first 5 minutes of playing the game to the first hour, depending on how quick you decide you're going to go take out one of those fortresses.
When did Assassin's Creed go from this game of going like, oh, if you want to buy armor, you need to buy it in a shop, just as as you would, as it would be normal to buy armor from a shop, to oh, if you get to the top of the quest, you get to loot something. It's like, who in real life? Because it's very much, there's a whole historic thing about Assassin's Creed that I originally loved. The fact that, where do you get armor? Get it from a shop. Where do you get a sword? Get it from a shop. All that type of stuff. Get a sword from the sword person. Get the, maybe there's an armory that you can get stuff from. And then it slowly turned into kind of like this kind of looter game where you could collect something from a chest. I don't know if I agree with that. It feels like a little bit like, who's hiding armor in the chest at the top of a temple?
Right. Well, I mean, there's so many of these in the game that if you are playing this game to complete it, we're talking hundreds of hours of you going around a map, killing four big guys, and then climbing a thing to loot a chest, and eventually you get to that point where it's like, all right, I was having fun, now this is tedious. I will say, going on with your shop thing here, this is the funny thing about the way this game is played. There are shops in the game.
So
I have no reason to use them.
Why add shops to sell weapons and armor? And then
they are always selling
put all the good
stuff.
stuff, and then put all the good stuff inside chests. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna do quests to get the chests.
Yeah. Somebody that I watched play through
does
the
that
game
make
said,
does that make the economy not really worth it?
to me, no, not really. I mean,
is there an economy in the game?
I mean, like, you barely get a lot of money for doing a lot of things, but the one thing that this game did add to try to, I think, level it out, it doesn't really work that way, is you can build your own base now. Like, you have an area where you can build a dojo and then build a blacksmith and all that stuff in this base and then level them up. But even that stuff is not used with money. I'm sure you could use the currency. This might be the only thing to buy from a shop if they sell it, to buy the goods to level up the next level of your shop. But even then, you just walk into an outpost and it's like in one of the storage chests is the stuff you need, so you can literally be like, all right, take and then leave.
I always again, Assassin's Creed 2, my most perfected Assassin's Creed, Brotherhood being second after that. But like, I think the fact that in Assassin's Creed 2 you always go an adventure in a new location, so every type of mission will set you off and you would unlock a new area, but you'd always have reason to come back to the home location because that's where the money built up, and you collect the money that your stuff has been making behind the scenes, and then you use that money to buy more equipment and better stuff. You can also upgrade your stuff as the game continues, because because then it will sell even more stuff, and I don't know if it's cheaper pricing or not, but if I remember it rightly, I think it was like you can upgrade the shops to be level 2, level 3, and you would get better items from those shops. I don't have to remember if that's exactly how it worked, but it's something similar along those lines. And
I think you're talking about, if you're talking about 2, you're talking about when you build up.
Is it?
Because you got a city that you kind of own in that one.
You do. You kind of own a city, yeah. And you see the people walking around using your stuff that you've upgraded. You're like, yeah, use my stuff, buy my stuff, give me money. It's just a nice thought inside your head as that happens.
Yeah, this one is very. I'm. So I guess the other thing I got to go into here is they went with the 2 people option for the game, and it's an okay option, but I personally think this game would have thrived from finding a single person that kind of had the abilities of both of these characters and putting them in the game together. And I'm not like saying that they couldn't like keep Yasuke since he's a historical figure in the game, but this game does have a system where like you can call in people for help. Like you get allies that you can call in to help you in fights. I think it would have made so much sense for Yasuke to be one of the allies to help you in fights, and have like the character that you are have a mix of his and Naoe's skills. Because the issue I run into with this game, and I haven't even gotten back to where I've unlocked Yasuke. I mean, I'm very that early on in the story, but Naoe is so stealth built. I mean, she's a shinobi, so she doesn't do the fighting as easy as Yasuke does. The issue I have with this is you have a character that is more based around the assassin parkouring and all that, and then you have a character that's a warrior. So it really goes into the play style of, are you more stick to the shadows, hide and run around, or are you more running with a big sword and just cut everyone's head off?
I am.
Because that's going to determine how you play this game.
Okay, you've played more than me. I want to move on to the next game before we, because we got other games to do. bin or win for Assassin's Creed Shadow?
I probably have to go with the bin for this one.
Yeah, we love you, and please please keep the good stuff when you make more games. Keep the Eagle Vision and stuff like that. Maybe work on the base building a bit more, but like, yeah, it's going in the bin. Yeah. April next, and we've got Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster. This is going to be a nice, quick, and easy one for us.
Right.
Yeah.
I've got to go in for this one. I've not even fully completed the game, but it's taken a lot of my attention and time. Heck, I was trying to see how many skills I could get to level 100 before even leaving the tutorial dungeon.
I went so much into this game, it took a lot of my time. The first few months were buggy. I had to wait, I think, 2 months before the game was properly functional, because I was kept on bugging out because I'm like a looter and I just kept on getting so much stuff and skilled my character up as much as I possibly could. Like, now my character is like super maxed out and all that kind of stuff, and it took me a long time to get him that way, but it was fun to play every single inch of that game, and to any other company out there, that's how you do a remaster, because that game was so far graphically needed an update for a long time. It needed treatment to it, and I think I think they did a really good job of giving that some treatment.
Well, I just love that the game was basically like, oh, hey, here's our trailer. Are you ready to play the game? Because it's out right now. And it's like, whoa, okay, I was not expecting that. I was expecting like a month or two at most, or even longer down the road. But they were literally like, nope, we launched it. We made this trailer. Buy the game. And everyone must have been like, yes, please. Because that thing got up to like 1 million. Or if you got even past 1 million.
If you got an Xbox, it was like trailer, download it.
Yeah.
You don't need to buy it. You don't need to buy it. Just download it.
Yeah. But yeah, I will say though, because I did have a few of those bugs from the beginning of as well. As I was saying, where I was trying to make a character and see how many skills I could max out before leaving
the dungeon.
Yeah, I did come to find out that if you 100%ed too many of the skills before talking to the Emperor, it would break the game and you could not progress farther for a while. They did fix that problem now, but yeah, it literally would not let you pass him because I don't know what was going on. I think it was because it was trying to upscale skills that were already level 100.
I like the fact that we're all trying kind of the same thing, because I was trying to do something similar to that, and I was like, I'm going to just save the game here, and I'm going to come back to it in 2 months' time when they fixed it. All right.
Right.
And then I came back 2 months' time, and they fixed it. So I was like, yeah, well done, good job, well done, guys. Not only is that game perfection for a remaster, but also it's got a very loving company behind it that wants to make sure that it gets updates. Please bring out the next game. We've been waiting for so long. I don't know, what's the next game on their list? Like Starfield for them was not a good thing, but like I don't know. No hate towards Starfield. It's just I didn't think that you can't come like a game styled like Oblivion and Fallout. You can put a lot into a space game because that's the thing about Oblivion and Fallout. There's so much in every time you make a step forward. There's something happening, and with a space game, there's some emptiness in there which you really can't fill. And I don't think that's them, but I'm looking forward to when they do the Elder Scrolls, because I think it's their core factor. It's something that they're gonna ace. Really want that game to come out.
Oh yeah, that. And I think if they do that, honestly, if the rumors are true, if they look into remastering Fallout 3, I think that'll do great too.
I really hope. Like, I want Fallout to just be perfection when they release that.
Right.
And I'm absolutely okay. I would like to have the power armor like they do in the 4th game. If they didn't add it, I'd still be fine with it. I'd just like to see that game getting like its own treatment to it. And yeah. But if they do surprise and they go like, oh yeah, we've remastered the game, it's like, yay! It's like you can step into your own power armor, like, oh yes, thank you. That'd be that would be sick. All right, okay. That's going in the win pile for me.
Yep, mine
win.
as well. Yep.
Right, let's go over to May, and I don't know if we're gonna skip May. It depends on how we find this next game. Written down, Doom: The Dark Ages. I'm gonna say it nice and clearly. I have not touched it. I have not played it.
Me neither. I've played the one before this that it was based off of and a prequel to, but I have not touched this one.
Guys,
from what I've heard, people like it, but it's also got that base where they're like, it's not what it was, so I can't say anything on it. I don't have an opinion myself.
I'll tell you what, there's a comment section down there. You guys decide where it goes. We're gonna skip Doom: The Dark Ages. Okay, yeah, okay. Because we can't say whether it goes to the good or bad pile. I mean, it might be absolutely terrible. We wouldn't know.
Right.
All right, June. Something that we definitely both know. Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah,
this is our favorite. This is the one. This is why we made this series. Do you want to say it?
Best game ever. No. Mindseye.
Mindseye. Oh my god.
I still haven't even bothered to buy this game because I didn't want to even give it the time. I've been seeing things on the internet or on my PlayStation because I get the little news feeds of an update, and this one's still like, we still exist, we're coming out with new content, and it's like, guys, you already shot yourself in the foot. It's not gonna heal. I hate to tell you.
I was complaining in one of my things that I was like, there was trash blowing across the street, inside one of the scenes, and I thought, oh, why have they got trash blowing across the street? I know it's like a storm or something, but why is like I've been randomly hit by something? Turns out that's not a bug, that is part of the game. And I was like, oh. This stuff is meant to be going in the wind. Okay, that makes more sense now.
I do feel bad for the guy that was the main actor in this, because he did get... I did hear from somebody else that says that he has had a very unfortunate break where... I didn't think his role in Mafia 3 was bad at all. But a lot of people are not fans of Mafia 3, so a lot of people are kind of saying that he seems to be getting these roles that don't let him thrive. And I do feel bad for him for that reason, because he's an amazing voice actor and stuff like that. I just think that it just seems like they're always picking him, and then all of a sudden his games are not working out. I would not be surprised if this guy is literally like going, yep, I'm done with video game voices. I'm tired of this.
Yeah, here's the thing though. I've got nothing against him inside the game. Nothing that the game does bad is him. He's fine.
Exactly.
Most of the voice actors are doing the thing that they've been told to do. Voice act. That's not the problem.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
The story and the script writing probably also isn't a problem. I can imagine if that story was worked on fully, obviously that would be a really good story. It's not that. It's the way the game plays. The games are... It's not...
Right.
It got released too early. There are features that... I'm in a mission. Yeah. And I can shoot people that's fine, but I can't steal people's vehicles.
Right.
It feels... I don't want to be like... oh, by the way, and as far as I played of it, because I didn't play that much of it, but pretty much everything I did was I was always in a mission constantly. And I feel like you've given me a city, and you've worked on the city, and you've worked on a whole city. And I'm not allowed to explore and do my own thing inside of it. I have to be in a mission constantly.
Yeah, they had like
even
they were...
even in Mafia, I just go off and do my own thing sometimes, and they don't get told off for doing it. Like,
Right.
but
And they were trying to do like a free roam mode to it, but everyone says that there's like nothing there, or well, at least back when I heard about it, there's like nothing there to really drive you to play that mode.
let me just say this as a gamer, yeah. And I don't know about you, but I think we're all kind of the same. We go into a video game, yeah. We play a little bit of the story. It lets us into our own zone, and we see upgrades, and we want upgrades. I'm getting upgrades, and we get distracted by upgrades, so we grind the game, going for whatever it offers. So if it's GTA, I want more money, please. Thank you very much. If it's Assassin's Creed, I want the best armor. If it's I want the best swords and best armor and be fully stats out. If it's I don't know. If it's Call of Duty, I'm probably going after like the highest rank or something. It's like those are the things that I'm, if I'm playing Minecraft, I want to build the biggest tower. I want a maximum creativity. That's the kind of stuff I like inside a video game. When I get into it, I want to grind. If I'm playing Red Dead Redemption 2, I can play the story, but there are loads of side quests and loads of challenges. I'm going after those challenges. I'm going after those side quests. I want to see how far I can take this character and how much I can expand inside this. I feel like that's what Mindseye was missing. That like it was like, oh look, we created a story for you. Play the story. It's a yeah. What if I want to just explore? So, no, we don't. No exploring. No grindy stuff for you. Just focus on story. We read story. Play story. It's like
yeah, it's definitely not. From what I've just seen, I just don't think it was all what it was supposed to have even been, kind of. It just because, like you said, you have that ability to shoot pedestrians and stuff, and then you're all of a sudden still supposed to be like, I'm a good guy, I don't steal, I defend this place, and like, okay, man. That massive slaughter back there wasn't a very good thing to do, but
hello, we need you to do. So they just call you up on the phone. Says, hello, agent something. We need you to go do a thing, and then you're like, yeah, but I don't want to do a thing. No, thank you. Let me do something else. Let me buy some clothes inside a shop. No, don't buy clothes. Just shoot people. No, but I want to buy clothes inside of a shop. I don't like the way I look.
This is probably a very bad visual I got here, but when I described that, I literally thought of like back in Call of Duty, the Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, when they had the no Russian mission and you have to gun down everybody in there. I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of what this game makes me think of, but instead of the cops showing up at the end, they just let you walk out the airport front doors like you didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah! Oh, by the way, I'm so glad that Call of Duty let you skip missions.
Yeah, I won't lie, but that was the visual I got.
I was like, oof. I know it sounds bad, but like, why you probably shouldn't let gamers shoot innocent people, because we'll take that, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. But yeah, I mean, heck, I guess this is almost kind of one of those things you and I could almost plug. We have a podcast episode about everything we hated about this.
And it was a very easy. It's our easiest video to make this year. Right. Okay. Next game. You ready? By the way, that's going in the bin pile. Do you have any arguments against that?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Bin pile it is. Right. Okay. July 2025. Grounded 2.
Oh. I played the first one. I don't know if the story is the same or not.
I think there's a familiarities to it. What did you think of the first one, by the way?
I enjoyed it. I actually kind of liked how the story was done and stuff. I will say there were moments where having a giant spider chase me down was freaky. I did not like that.
It
stuff like that.
feels like a weird thing for me to think about, the fact that it shrinks you down and you're in the garden. I've not really played the game, so I don't know what Grounded 2 is like. That's a game I haven't played.
If it's following the first one a lot, I know it's just mainly kind of like more of a survival game with a story element tied into it, but I very much got, any time playing this game or watching it, I very much got that movie, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I mean, that's what it is, isn't it?
It pretty much is.
Is it fun? Does it does it last?
Fun.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes you, I won't lie, it makes you explore an entire backyard, because towards the end of the game, you're actually having to go towards the house, but the way to get to it is so, it's almost kind of a maze, because you have to go far from the house to get closer to the house and stuff like that. It's kind of cool how they did it.
I feel like they should just like do like the I don't know what Grounded 2 is like, because I've not played Grounded at all. I don't know if this is a thing or not. Is there ever a situation where you actually get to explore a whole house, but as a really tiny person?
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's one where you get to play it as a mouse, but that's not really the same thing.
Because the thing is, in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, there's that one point where they get, where he's inside, they make it to the cereal, and you're like, right. Oh no.
Yeah, I do kind of like how the story went and all that, but the interesting thing, and I think it's kind of their try to not be so much like the movie that, you know, they might get in trouble for it, is you're basically one of 4 kids that get shrunk down, but the guy that shrinks you is like an evil doctor guy. He's like not a good guy at all. So a lot of the story turns into you trying to figure out what happened and all that to get big again. But that's just where I don't know if the second game follows the same characters or if it's a whole different group. Because if it's a whole different group, the worry I run into is how much of the story of Grounded 2 is going to basically be Grounded 1. Just slightly better, you know? Because I know we've had some games do stuff like that, like Dragon's Dogma and Dragon's Dogma 2, from what I've heard, they are exact carbon copy games, just with different codes of paint.
That's just not necessarily a bad thing, like, you know, just like number 1 and number 2, it's just more content, isn't it? Yeah. If it is either expanded, better, or thingy, I don't know, because I've never played the game, where would you put Grounded 2, or would you say a not sure pile, or would you be like quite confident to say like, no, number 1's good and that probably is good as well, considering for what, you know, what's out there?
I think from playing the first one, I would be willing to say that I think Grounded 2 will be good. I think it's a win game.
Okay, I was surprised. I wasn't quite sure where that would lead, but all right, Grounded 2 goes in the win. Okay, now we get to the final 4 months, nice and interesting. We're going to Mafia: The Old Country. Did you play this one?
I have not yet. Honestly, I'll be real with you. I'm looking at the rest of our list here. There's only one game out of this I have gotten to play.
I'm gonna be honest with Mafia: The Old Country. I loved it. I thought it's one of the more positive games this year. I came into the Mafia: The Old Country a little bit scared that it might be a little bit too much like Mafia 3. I thought Mafia 3 was good. I didn't think it was bad. Right. I know there's a lot of people that say it's bad. I thought Mafia 3 was good. I just think Mafia 2 did it the best, in my own opinion.
Right. Yes.
And I'm so glad they took a step backwards. They took some time before they brought this game out, and then they brought it and made it in The Old Country. I think it's I think there's just like there's so much more interest and development inside that game. I think that's just I think that game's better than Mafia 3. I think that comes back to its core, but they did it in such a way where it's now set in the past. And we've had discussions before on about like we've been in chats and been on talk and have discussions about is there any Easter eggs between Mafia and the Old Country and Mafia 3, Mafia 2, and Mafia 1 and all that kind of stuff. And I because Mafia kind of follows a pattern.
Right.
You have theories on it. It's a theory game as well.
Yeah, well, I have been. I know it's been confirmed that the guy that starts to take Vito in, that Leo guy, I guess he shows up in this game as well.
Yeah, no.
I think he's a part of a different crime family, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure because I haven't done everything inside the game yet. I'm still playing it. But it's nice to just the fact that you're set in the old country, so it seems like if you when a car shows up, I mean everyone's on horses, but when a car shows up and you're allowed to drive, it's like, okay, this is nice. It's a little bit different from what I've been doing, so it can do that. It can upgrade. It can go from like, oh, you do horses one mission, do a car the next mission, use a pistol one mission, use a gun the next mission. It's like, it's like not everything's available to you in a Mafia game. You progress, and then every mission it does something different. Like not every mission is stealth, not every mission is shooting, not every mission is this or that. Like I've gone from stealth racing to a shooting mission, and I'm like, it's quite nice because it tries to vary itself as you play along the game, so it's not always all the same thing.
Right.
I think that's a good thing.
I guess that kind of, yeah, well, this kind of has me having a question for you, because I've heard stuff on this. Are you one that's happy or a little about the fact that it seems like when they were doing most of their boss fights, it was always a knife? Like you were always doing a knife duel.
I had no issues with this.
Okay. Because I've had some people that I've watched play the game that are like, oh man, here we go, another knife fight. And they were just getting to a point where it's like, why can't we just have a gun battle with these guys? And I was just, me personally, I think the add of the knife I kind of liked cool, because I thought it was a unique way of dealing with the stuff. And it kind of actually makes sense to the way that mafias would have worked back in that time. They weren't always just going to shoot you in the face.
No. Yeah, I know, absolutely.
I mean, heck, knife fights, even making a little light of some of the stuff that you hear that have been done. But yeah, I mean, I like that it's a different way of doing it. It was almost kind of to me, the way I look at it, and it's more from a story side of it, is it's putting yourself on even ground with your opponent to see which one comes out better in the end.
Here's my train of thought about it as well, because like what you would get in like a video game would be like if there was a bad guy, you would be in a situation where if it was the boss of a thing and you were shooting with guns, you would have to go through all their gang members, or all the people that in the area, so you shoot through yourself a situation, and then you get to the boss at the end, and then you shoot the boss in like one or two, like a few shots. So it works out a little bit different, where instead of like you're going through a group of people then getting to the boss, it can do things like, oh no, we're just gonna give you the boss straight away, and just maybe you fight past 4 or 5 people, but then we'll just give you straight the boss. But in this, instead of like fighting a group of people then getting to the boss, you're fighting a few people and then immediately getting to the boss. But the boss is actually gonna be like a quite lengthy battle. It's not just gonna be like a knock kill. It's gonna be like, okay, you need to learn the knife fight. You need to be able to get better at it, and it's actually gonna be a fight. It's not just gonna be like a quick one-shot kill thing. So I think I kind of like that. Also makes
I think that.
Also makes it so the bad guys can kind of give a bit of a talk as well and go like, no, come on, take me on. No, you can't fight. I can fight, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, that's kind of cool. That's a nice thing to do.
Right. I kind of like the way they're doing it there with that, because you're running into a lot now where boss fights are kind of more of either they're bullet spongy or they're you're just running into a lot of those where the fight just doesn't turn into a sense that really works. Like, are there what is it? QuickTime events, and no one likes that anymore. They're like, oh yeah, I've been hunting this guy down for the entire game, and then I just gotta press square,
circle, X, left, right, forwards, back.
Right.
I think my favorite thing. Have you ever played Halo?
Yeah.
Halo 2. I think it's the Prophet of Regret, where the way you kill him is by jumping on his chair and then punching him in the face 5 or 6 times, and then he dies. It's like, yeah, that's how we're gonna. That's how, you know, we should be killing people in the boss fights in video games. We should be fist fighting them and knocking them out at the end. Yeah, I think that's kind of a cool way to do things. Not every bad guy has to be it, but I definitely feel like, you know, punching, knife fighting, there's kind of a thing to it that, you know, we need that in video games. I don't. I will agree with you on one thing about the QuickTime events. I hate cutscene endings where the bad guy dies in a cutscene instead of you fighting him. That's not
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There, between that and well, the boss fights that I always compare to, that always makes me kind of laugh here, is the game Just Cause 3.
Yeah.
I don't know, but like towards the end of that, you know, you're going after this leader this whole time, and then all of a sudden he jumps in a helicopter, and literally you can end this fight in 3 seconds by like shooting his shield out, tethering to the bottom of his helicopter, and then tethering to the ground and just pulling the helicopter into the ground, and it kills him. I was like, well, that was a very short boss fight.
Yeah, but he picked on the most deadliest person in the world. Let's be completely honest.
Right.
It's not really surprising. It's like,
I mean, to me, it's funny, and I enjoyed it for that game. But there are just some boss fights where it's like, okay, please don't make every boss fight work that way.
Just boss fight. I hook you now. Down.
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Okay. That's going in the green pile for me. The keep pile, the win pile. Mafia, the old country. Any arguments against that?
I'll agree with you, because I can't really say much on it. I've not seen enough to.
Yeah. That was really close for my game of the year this year. I was really happy with that game, and I was like, I really hope people vote for this one. Didn't get a lot of votes, but I definitely included it because it was one of my favorites. September. We're getting close to November now. Borderlands 4. This is a fun one. Because
this is one that I have just bought this week and will be playing.
I don't know. I never know with this game. I've played this game and I still don't know where to place this. It's I mean, it's a video game.
Right. Where in terms of Borderland would you say it is? Like, do you say it's better than...
It's on the Borderland of video games.
I was gonna say, is it like better than 2 or the prequel? Because that seems to be the game to beat in the Borderlands series.
No, 2 is my favorite.
Right.
But I haven't played it in ages, so I can't really comment on like where I remember that being a thing. I think there's a lot of build up to this game. I think that they released that movie last year, so to get the hype up around Borderlands, then release the game next year. So, you know, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah, just like they're doing Fallout right now. They're only releasing the Fallout series just to make the game a factor again.
I just heard about that the date that launched, they did another update to the 4th game. It seems to be breaking mods.
I don't know where I place Borderlands. I loved it. I've really enjoyed playing it. I like the fact that they've got, I think it was Claptrap that was immediately in, the person that saved us from the thing. I like the fact it's in a whole new area. I love everything about it. I loved all the upgrades. I love it's easy to learn and it's just about like shooting enemies and all that kind of stuff. I think there's there was a little bit of trickiness getting used to it, but I think it's overall a really good game. I think it's a good game. I don't want to say it's the best game ever this year, but it's definitely a really good RPG.
Right. From what I've seen, and I'm definitely going to get it played here soon. I think I'm going to wind up liking this one. Not nearly as much as I liked the second game, because I really think that, having gone back and played the second one and the prequel and all that, I just think that the story they had for the second game and all that was like, it just worked. Something about Handsome Jack as a villain character was just the perfect bad guy to have. There's a lot
of Borderlands out there that I didn't realize of actually how much there is out there in the thing, because like there's Borderlands 1 to 4 now. There's the movie. There's also the Telltale Adventure, which when I was doing some research, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Borderlands.
There's a lot. But yeah, the Telltale Adventure is actually linked into the story itself. So your Tales from the Borderlands games are actually canon to your Borderlands stories.
Whoa, that's crazy.
So there are a lot of people that skipped out the first Tales from the Borderlands game, and then when they got around to the third one, everyone was like, "Where's Scooter? How come I can't find Scooter?" And it's just like,
you didn't play the thing.
Inform people. It sucks having to inform people that it's like, yeah, you need to go play this game to figure out what happens to them, because you're not going to be seeing them anymore. But then they try to do a whole different tale, and I don't know if those characters are going to make it into this new one or not. The new Tales from the Borderland game was kind of an oddball one, but I don't know if they'll bring those characters over or not into the fourth one. The fourth one.
Yeah, you know, this is what I'm going to say that I'm scared about where I'm going to place this game. And the reason why I'm scared is because I haven't really played Borderlands in such a long time. And this is probably my first time of really getting into it. And I'd say that it's good and it's a win for me. But there could be fans out there going, actually, no, this is nothing like number 2. This is nothing like number 1. This is nothing like the core Borderlands, and I don't like it. And yeah, you could be right, but I really enjoyed it. I'm a little bit ashamed that it didn't get that much love and respect at the Game Awards. I didn't see it get announced anywhere. I could be wrong, but in the Game Awards in LA, I didn't see it get voted. Well, I didn't see it in any nominations. I don't think it did, but that was a little bit upset about.
Yeah. I will definitely say that from playing the third game, Borderlands 4 looks like it does better than the third game did, which I'm completely all right with.
I'm happy to put that in the win pile.
Yeah, I do too. I will say the only factor of this game that makes it hard for me to judge, I'm still going to call it a win, but I didn't feel obligated to buy this game at launch, really. It wasn't until they announced that they were bringing out another character called Cash that I finally wanted to get this game, because I just liked how Cash looked. I was like, that's the character I want.
I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll bring this game back next year into another bin or wing category episode, and you can rejudge it when you've played a bit more of the game. That'll be your time. Between now and 12 months' time, play it all.
Yeah, exactly. Oh yeah, okay. I will have it played.
Pedro does a stream. His next game is going to be Borderlands 4. Subscribe to his channel.
Yeah. It might actually be that. I'm able to stream again.
I've hooked you in there. I baited. All right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, okay. No, actually, being serious, no, it might not be. It's whatever he wants.
Do that or Dispatch.
The Outer Worlds 2 for October. I liked it.
I
loved it.
Okay, I was gonna say I haven't played it.
It's really good.
Played the first one, but I will say I did like the first one. I have this problem when it comes to these games of my trophy hunter side comes out when I see a game have a difficulty achievement, and I'm like, all right, let's see how hard it is. And my issue I run into with these games is I play them on that hardest difficulty.
I love that. That's the type of person you are. Oh look, there's the easy, medium, hard, hardest, impossible. Let me move that scroll to impossible.
Well, but from the first game, because I've not even beaten the first game because of this choice I've made. I literally walked in, did all that, figured out that there are a bunch of punishments that your character can have for doing certain things, which I find that really cool, that traits depend on the way you play your character. If you crouch too much, you're going to screw up your knees.
Oh.
Stuff like that. I was like, that's pretty neat. But
I loved jumping into the game, and then I did a versus episode on this where I played quite a lot of the second game, and then I did the first game after the second game. I did it in that order, and I was like, these games are so similar. There's like a lot of similarities between them. Honestly, the first game is really good. The second game also really good. It was hard to really push and say which one was better. I think the first one, no, the second one, no, the first one. I was doing that for the whole video to myself,
right.
And it was very much of going like, yeah, there's just a lot of stuff inside of it. The fact that it does that Fallout vibe from, like, you gotta think they're a company that have kind of been told, okay, don't touch Fallout unless we say to touch Fallout, kind of, because they're like the child company from Bethesda. So it's like they went like, okay, so we can't do Fallout, let's do something different. And they went, let's do the Outer Worlds, and they did that, and they did it class, and they kind of had that adventure feel where there are shops, there's a whole place to explore, there's conversation dialogue options, all that kind of stuff. It really just goes like, okay, it's not quite Fallout, it's not Fallout for those who absolutely love Fallout, but there are similarities that they take from that game and push into this game, and then they, and you've got that thing. If you like the Fallout series, but you're okay with it not being too Fallout-y, this is a game that you can play. And I like this one better than Starfield. That's my opinion.
Right. Yeah, like I said, I've not been able to play super far into it, because I will say when you go into that impossible difficulty, it's like you get shot once and you're dead. And my brain was like, okay, I'll just get a follower and they'll be immortal. Fun fact on impossible, your followers die permanently. It's really hard. I was like, all right, go. And they shot the lady in the first area that I got as a follower and killed her. And I was like, well, this is not going to be fun. So, yeah, I haven't made it that far due to that. But, yeah, it's definitely, it looks like it'll be a game. The funny thing is, a lot of this list are games I haven't played yet, I need to get to playing, and they are on a long list of games I will have played. It's almost bad for me to say this, but the list you have here, but maybe when we visit it in a year, I should just do a lot of these games again, because I will have finally played them. Just kidding, but
some of the stuff it introduced you immediately when you like play number one and all that kind of stuff, it's like going like, you're part of this thing. Oh, push this, that, tiny information. Let's make loads of characters interesting. Let's put you in this world. Let's make you explore. Let's do this. Let's do that. And you look at the opposition, which is Starfield, because Starfield is kind of that same feel, but it's the Bethesda side of it. And it's like, it will put you into this thing and make you meet these people and go around this big place. But we're going to start you off in a mine, and we're going to put you in this small spaceship. Eventually, you'll get to create your own spaceship and make it what you look like, all the kind of stuff. And I'm like, I'm just not interested. I just want fun characters. And that's what kind of the Outer World does. It kind of just goes like, oh, here's your spaceship. You're not going to get to edit too much about it. But, mostly you're going to be meeting fun characters along the way. And I'm like, yeah, that's absolutely fine with me.
Right, yeah. Isn't this the one where they kind of talked about like how you do have like some choice ways of doing missions, and that choice actually does affect the world a little more?
I think so. I haven't fully completed every single area of this, but like from what I gathered from it, yeah, I think.
Because I was gonna say, isn't it kind of like how New Vegas was, where there's factions and like you can get a faction to like you and stuff?
I really didn't explore too much into that because it's from what I understood from that, this is what got me the most, because I haven't got into the Outer Worlds as much as I should have got into when the first game came out, which was a little bit upsetting. But I thought the whole game would be like set on one planet initially. Oh, right. Because that's what I saw. I saw a lot of exploring around planets and all that kind of stuff. I didn't realize this is a planet hopping game. You go from planet to planet to planet, and it's like, okay, this is cool. There are different planets in this game. There are different locations in this game, and you kind of have to fly to them. So it's this is the best way. This is the best way I describe it, where it's similar to Fallout. Each planet works as like its own little area. So it's like going, when you played Vegas and you go to, let's go Novak. Do you remember Novak? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Novak's got that its own thing, its own story, its own area. Yeah. That's exactly what it's like landing inside of a town inside these games. It's like, at least for me anyway, it's like I'm going to this planet and I'm developing this story. It's a small story compared to the outer story, but it's a story I like, I can fit into, I can develop, I can understand what's happening around it. That's the stuff I love about the Outer Worlds too.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a big world and a big story, but if you take your time, you take a look into it. There's little mini stories in there as well. And, things you can develop and learn about different characters and all that kind of stuff. And then you go back to the outer story again and think you balance between the both. And I like that feel. I will side quest that game. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
I think it gets into the win pile. I wouldn't say it's the best game, but it leans into the win pile for me.
Right. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Okay. Last game on the list for November.
So I just played the story yesterday. This game is very fresh in my mind.
Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I'll let you begin this one. Yeah, I've done all the others. Go on, you go.
Okay, so I was playing through it yesterday. I played through the whole campaign. It's weird. I can't really say if I liked it or not. I will point out though that I was not very serious about playing this game, so I'm not the person to go to in terms of full story on this game, because I did skip a lot of cutscenes. I was just getting to that point. I was like, okay, let's just get this game over with. But
did you complete the whole story?
Yeah.
Was there any missions where did you do it by yourself or with a group?
I did. So the first mission, it threw me in a group of 4, which was actually really fun. But then after that, I switched over to doing every mission after that solo.
Were there any points where you were companioned with another character?
No.
So
it kind of did like a ghosty look if there was another character, but no, there's never really, they don't do anything. The only mission that I will say had any form of a companion was I don't know what they call it, but it's literally just repeating. You remember in the first Black Ops when Mason has to escape that prison?
Yep.
They bring that mission back.
Oh, okay.
but the only form of that game where you got a sense of help was because you're playing David and Alex is in this one. Alex is considered the warden to this prison now because there's a bunch of weird shit going on in this game. Sorry, I don't know how else to say it, but he very much just at some point you rekindle with Alex and he's like the controller of the undead. So I got a bunch of zombies that started killing a bunch of enemy soldiers with me. It was kind of interesting being like a zombie puppeteer or whatever and having them go kill things on my bidding. It was a little bit of an interesting mission.
Yeah. Were there any... Sorry, here's my thing. I'm going to say these things and you're probably going to give me no's or stuff like that. Were there any missions like outside of gun shooting? Like, you know, like for example, like in Black Ops 6, you would go into this this room, this, you know, this pop politicky rooms. I don't know what you call it. Like you walk into this building and everyone's sat down at chairs and they're all talking. You have conversations with them and you're taking pictures and you're secretly sending them to the guy in the van or something. And then you're going on the back of motorbikes after the mission, escaping from whatever and all that kind of stuff. And, you know, and you're sneaking around building. Is there any of that in there? Is that in the game at all?
Not really.
Anything like that? You know, no.
No, this one was mostly just, it seems like they were trying so hard to make it a cooperative story through the whole thing that the most you get, and so this is the part that's confused me a lot about this a game, because
go on.
As I'm doing it, I'm getting thrown into this one map, which is the map of the in-game mode. And it's kind of like war zoning it in a weird way. It's telling me to go do a task, and then I'm running around this free open world, and I go and get to my next task. And then once I do that, I'm thrown into the next mission where it's me having some kind of nightmare dream because we've got chips in our head that this bad lady in the game can hack into and give us nightmares and crap. And so I was very much having a sense of, when I would play this game, it was like, okay, I don't know which part of this story is real and which part of it isn't. Because you are running into a point where you're playing a mission where everything you did actually happened, made sense. Then you're getting thrown in a nightmare sequence where everything you're fighting is zombies and creatures and everything else, but yet somehow you're still getting something done. And the part that blows my mind is like, I'm sitting there like, okay, none of what I just did was real. So what happened during that whole thing in the real world? Was I just insanely murdering a bunch of people and then like all of a sudden it was like, oh, figured it out? Like, there's a part where the story to me doesn't make sense because of the way the world is written. I think this idea works. It doesn't work for Call of Duty. That's how I'm gonna put this.
Yeah. Okay, I would agree with you on that.
There was a point where I was playing this game and do you remember the Fear games?
I remember, no, not really. I know Fear, but I don't remember it.
There was just a point where I was playing this game and that's all I could think of was like, I'm killing these soldiers, which is a lot of what you do in Fear. And then all of a sudden there's some horror element with a little girl in a red dress that's like a spirit and all that can come after you. I just got that sense of like, that's what I'm dealing with right now, is like, I'm killing soldiers and then in the next mission, I'm having a fever dream or something and killing zombies.
Yeah.
And it was just like, this mechanic works, but just not for this game because I'm running into the point where the whole time I was sitting there doing one of those fake missions, I'm just thinking, does this mean that my entire team is just running around looking like crazy zombies, beating people to death in the real world? because that's what they were showing that the gas does to people.
I'm gonna be to a point. Here's my thing. I really enjoyed number 6, and there was a lot of difference between each mission. And then I played number 7, and I felt like there was a lot of like, yeah, you can change the world up and make the world different, but there's a lot of the functionality on it was the same. And the fact they brought out Black Ops 7 immediately the year after Black Ops 6, and they don't normally do that. Normally, I might be wrong here. I'm just gonna quickly search it up.
I believe this was the one that came out after. But this is kind of an issue that Call of Duty always runs into.
Yeah, they did.
Is after.
No.
Okay, I was gonna say. All I was gonna really say there was Black Ops kind of runs into a problem here. Once they drop one that does really well, your one after is not gonna be good. It's always kind of been a common theme. It's like when we got Modern Warfare 2, or was it Cold War? I can't remember which one it was. We then got Vanguard.
Yeah, but at the same time, Call of Duty changes its pace. It goes from Black Ops 3, Infinity Warfare, World War 2, Black Ops 4. They changed the games up. I don't think I've ever seen them, apart from the one time when they did Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 to Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 from 2002 2003. No, I'm starting to see that pattern where they go like, oh, then no, don't just do 2 Black Ops in a row. That's not a good idea. It's like give some space, do your thing. This is my feeling. Because of how different number 6 was to number 7, it felt very rushed. Like the studio was like saying, "Oh, brilliant! We just released a game. Make a new one now." I was like, no. Don't do that, because they're not going to come up with anything good. They're not going to be able to flesh it out. And that's exactly what we saw. We saw a game which was less about what you could do inside of a story and more based on, hey, every mission's going to be a team-up mission where it's only going to be good if you team up with other people. And I'm saying, yeah, okay, I get that. But there's a whole multiplayer thing for this. And a zombies mode for this as well. If I'm going to play a story mission, let me play a story with characters and people and functionality. That's the reason I press the story button. And if you do want to have me with other people, just do it like you normally do. Make a co-op thing where it's optional if someone wants to jump in on a story. Obviously, they're not going to be the main character. They get that, but just let them join in on my story. Don't make it a multiplayer thing. To try to advertise it as this is only good if you play it with other people. I didn't like that.
They could have very well have done it like how they did with Black Ops 3, where you could have up to 4 people in the story, but you still had the AI companions that were there.
Yeah, that would have been cool if they had AI companions in this game.
But yeah, it was just like when I played that first mission and we all 4 were doing it, it was like, okay, this is fun. I'm enjoying this. It makes a lot of sense. And then I went to playing it solo, and it was just like, there was never a point where I was like, oh, this game's hard. No, it was actually kind of easy to just play it on your own. I mean, they are always handing you a self-revive if you ever go down for whatever reason. And there's like so many of those in a map anymore. It's like, jeez. But it got to a point where I was just like, yeah, I don't really get yeah, what's going on. Well, and my other kind of issue I do have with this is supposed to have been the follow-up to their best Call of Duty or
they
Black
hit
Ops ever.
Rocks, they hit diamonds with Call of Duty Black Ops 6, and I wasn't expecting them to outdo it. I was expecting them maybe not quite as diamond, maybe not quite as polished, but I was imagining something good, and then and this was not even.
Well, this story is supposed to actually take place after Black Ops 2, and everyone loved the second game. the problem with that though, and this is one of the problems I saw with it. When you're playing through this, you're starting to hear like what had happened during the events of the second game, and I'm gonna spoil a part here, but there's a point when you're dealing with Woods, and he brings up that he kills Alex Mason. That was an optional thing you could do in that game. They just now made it canon that Alex Mason got murdered. So it's like you took away one of the big features from that game, which was a lot of the optional things.
Now, that makes sense. Yeah.
And they've made it a linear way, and I was just like, ooh, I wonder the amount of people that are going to be mad about this now.
Right. I'm going to be very clear as we say this right now. This is not based on multiplayer or zombies. Me and Fidro really love a good story. So when we're basing this, we're not basing around the whole game, we're basing around the story part of the game. Would you be able to say that? Yeah. And for the story part of Call of Duty Black Ops 7, does it go in the win or bin pile for you? Because I know where I'm putting it.
I gotta put it in the bin.
Me too.
I'm very on the side of, like I said, I think this would have worked if it wasn't Call of Duty. I think a game like this is possible, just not in the Call of Duty universe.
I agree. I think I agree.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and like right now, since they're doing an event thing, if anyone out there is wanting to figure out the multiplayer and zombies, not really wanting to promote this game, but I'll do it. You can play it for free right now, up until I think the first of the year. Which I don't know when this is going out. Maybe I just promoted something that ended.
Alright, okay, let's give it over a round of this particular episode, just to give it a breakdown. Doom, The Dark Ages, we didn't do a vote for because both of us haven't really played the game. We don't want to judge things that we haven't really stepped into that much. The win pile is Indiana Jones The Great Circle, Sniper Elite Resistance, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remaster, Grounded 2, Mafia The Old Country, Borderlands 4, The Outer Worlds 2. The ones that got into the bin pile that didn't get the win are Assassin's Creed Shadow, Mindseye, Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I think I'm pretty good with that decision. I think that pretty much wraps it up. What'd you say? Yep. Yeah, pretty good?
Yeah.
Awesome. Right. If you want to catch Fidro on his socials, where are they best to catch you? On Twitch, would it be? That's your main place?
You can... Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch, or I've got a YouTube channel, but that's just called Fidro VODs. Everything else is Fidro Gaming on Twitch, and
I'll put the Twitch links in the description so you can go check out his stuff. Honestly, really, good fun. I've watched his streams before. They're fun. They're good. Yeah, I like. Yeah. The unfortunate part about me watching your streams is because you live in a slightly different time zone, so I don't always immediately get time to catch them. But yeah.
That makes sense.
When I do, I do. All right. What game are you playing on your Twitch next? And what
Well, right now I've been kind of on a standstill because I'm very unsure of the next one I want to do. I just finished up Dying Light the Beast because I messed up that one's recording originally, so I had to redo it. So my next one is either jumping into this Dispatch game that everyone's been liking, or
if you play that game, I'm still watching you play it.
Yeah, or what was the one that you said? Borderlands 4, I think, was the one that we came up with.
Yeah.
It's one of those two. I also need to go back and do Elder Scrolls. I've got too big of a list, but
yeah,
I'm going to go with my next one's either going to be Dispatch or Borderlands.
I think Dispatch would work really nicely. Yeah, all right, okay. Right. Yeah. You want to watch some Dispatch? Go to Fidro's channel. He probably will be playing it. I'll see you guys on another Jump Inside live stream very soon. Thank you so much for watching. No, not live stream. Podcast very soon. Thank you for watching. Me and Fidro out.
See ya.
Hey, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, then please don't forget to consider to like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on another Jump Inside video. Goodbye.